Hi, this is Brenda with Brenda's Bonkers. Today we're going to talk a little bit about my children and me being a parent that has schizoaffective disorder. So I'm going to give you a little bit of history on it. So I have a lot of family support. I have 6 adult kids. I have my husband. I have my parents that help me out. So I have a lot of family support. I also have a lot of support with the school. Both kids have case managers. I have support in the community. Um, so let me talk about when I first got diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. So it was during COVID in 2020. I remember them giving me the COVID test at the hospital. I was hospitalized. My husband took care of the kids at that time when I was hospitalized. When I came out of the hospital, I was still having some hallucinations and some delusions. And that was during the height of COVID. I think my daughter was in 2nd grade and my son was in 5th grade at the time. And it was really tough on me during the COVID pandemic. We never got COVID, thank God. But the effects of the pandemic, the school had shut down and the kids had to stay home, and that was a very difficult time for me. For my son, he did really well with doing online school. He loves computers and could take care of it on his own. But my daughter, that was a little bit harder for her. She was crying, I was crying. I am in no way a teacher. I give teachers credit. But for that time period that they were home doing online schooling, I had to be a teacher to her, log her in, help her with this stuff, and it was really difficult to do. So I complained to her teacher, I complained to her um, school case manager, I complained to the principal, and said it just was not working out. So they decided to take about 10 kids in each grade and bring them back to school and do online schooling from school. And she was one of them. So my son stayed home and I slept a lot and he did his thing with school. And my daughter, I got her on the bus to school. They still ran the buses. So she took the bus to school and the bus home. And I would get her off the school bus. I would still cook dinner back then, but it was very difficult for me to do. And then, in the year that followed, that first year, COVID was still going on, and they had a busing shortage. So I had to drive my son to school every day for things keep popping in and out on my screen. I'm sorry. I had to drive him to school every day and take him home from school every day because there was no bus. And my daughter's bus would take off about 1 day a week, the bus driver would. So I was driving both kids to school on once a week. That was difficult for me, especially when my car broke down. Luckily, that day that my car broke down, my husband was home. It was snowing, it was cold. I sat in a cold car for an hour while he ran around, picked up the kids, and then came back and picked me up. So I didn't have a real reliable car. My car was getting old. But I still drove them. The next year, the busing was better. And also, while I drove them, I was such a nervous wreck to drive. I would leave like 45 minutes early to go pick them up and just sit in the parking lot. I was worried that I wouldn't have a parking spot. I was worried about all these things. So I went early to pick them up and would sit in the car. So after that year, busing got better. It was only like 1 or 2 times I had to go and pick them up and drive them. And usually that was for snow days. And I would pick them up for the snow days. I wouldn't wait around till school got out because I didn't like driving in snow. And I didn't want to deal with a whole bunch of parents picking up their kids at the same time. So I would pick them up from early from school those days. Let's see what else happened. Then I got back into a routine of not driving because it was still the pandemic going on and you really weren't supposed to go anywhere or drive. So I stopped driving. And that's my son's biggest complaint about me is that I don't drive him to the store. I don't drive him a lot of places. But he's old enough now he can ride his bike to those places. He rides his bike to Crystal. He rides his bike to New Hope. He's all over the cities on his bike. And I allow him to do that. So he does get out and about. It's just I'm not the one taking him. As far as my daughter is concerned, when I get out of it, she kind of tells me to go take a bath or go lay down. Or, Mom, what do you need? Do you need your med? She's really focused on worried about me and taking care of me, which I don't think is a really good thing. It shows she's compassionate and she knows what to do in those situations. So she's kind of learned that from me. But she has also learned to be independent. I mean, both kids make their own dinners because I'm not up to doing that. They both know how to cook. You know, they both have autism and so they like to be left alone in their rooms a lot. If I go in there to talk to them or whatever, I'm kind of interrupting them. So in a way, giving them space is what they need as long as they know Mom's there. I still get them up in the morning and make sure they take their meds and get them out the door to the school bus on time. I'm here when they get home. They don't need me to walk them to the bus anymore. They're old enough now that they don't need that. But my daughter still insists on me standing on the porch while she goes to the school bus, just in case she's down at the corner and something happens. I'm out there. So for the most part, the kids are fine with it, with me having my disability. And like I said, I have a lot of supports and a lot of help. My parents come and take them during the summer on the weekends and take them to the trailer. So it gives me a break from them. And I always have my husband to help me out. So I guess that's me as being a parent and what I've done and what I continue to do. Click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and please comment. Thank you.